Thank you. So, we go ahead and move it this way, just don't stand here. Is that, so we have, center, we've taught extension, we've taught what happens to you when you get thrown off center. Yeah, and we've taught, here's a way to begin to move from center. As soon as you get somebody to move from center, that whole performance thing starts to kick up, for sure. And what you can go back to is, yeah, I got that, and come back to center. Right? So we're gonna do a practice called grab, center, face. And what I want you to do is, so for example, I'm gonna make this up now, is that you told me this story that there's this one person that is, you manage now, and he's not granting you any authority. Yeah, he might say yes, but he doesn't fulfill on his promises, and looks like he's grin fucking me and all of that, and I just get really angry about it. And you talk that through with the person, you say, who am I, the grabber? And then give me a line to say. Give me a line to say when I grab you. And let's say he gives me the line to say, I would follow you to hell. I would follow you any place. I don't grant you any authority. And what I want you to do is when they grab, I want you to feel the grab, all the things we talked about, what is happening in my body, how do I feel towards the grabber, what emotion is there, and then I want you to turn and face this voice or the speaker. And as you turn, also extend, which means you can grab my wrist. So if you push into me, you can see I'm right there. I'm not pushing back, I'm not giving away. You push in, and I'm right there. And so you do that so that your body is practicing. When you're under pressure, you center, you turn towards the pressure, and you go, what is it that we need to have a conversation about? How do we move this ball forward? That could be an internal conversation or an external person. Okay. All right. When you feel like you're centered, just nod your head. Jude, I just don't respect you as a boss. I'm just going to feel if he's there, he's right there. Yep. Y'all still with me?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Jude. Grab center your face. Over and over again. The grab's coming from it, you turn and we fight. The grab's coming, we turn and we shrink. The grab's coming and we analyze it. Oh, I'm so glad you grabbed me. I got along with you. We write a bunch about grabs. Somebody grabs me and you face into the situation. That is the first step in accountability. Request. If you're making a request, can I have a partner, please? Thank you. Why don't you just stand right there, move this way. Here's somebody I have a request I need to make, or a request that is necessary to make, a request that I want to make. And so from center, I extend towards Julie, this way, and I say to him, you and I have a request.
What is your request?
He stays right there. I practice walking straight in and just touching him on the chest. That would be you, the coach. Yes. So let's go ahead and change roles. Let me come this way. And it can have a role-playing effect of somebody you need to make a request of, internally or externally.
be that you acknowledge your anger.
So you put your hand up. Before you walk, make the request.
Richard, I request that you acknowledge your anger.
You walk in. Like that. Intimate request, huh? He's working with. Anytime you work with an emotion, you'll bring intimacy and connection, or the struggle with connection. Thank you. And personally, like that moves me. I've also been there with that request. But, yeah, up close and personal.
Can you unpack that a little bit? Because this was about teaching him how to make a request.
Yes, the body to make a request.
And what you want him to do is to say his request and then stand up center first and walk and literally touch you.
Stand up center, extend towards the person, and then make the request. And then walk forward to your hand touching him.
And the purpose of the hand touching is that it lands.
What is the purpose of the hand touching? What is the purpose of doing it like this and not just reading it in a book in a classroom with other people? Which has value, certain value. Why do we do it this way?
The coach brings the shape of it being met.
Okay,
It's informing the nervous system. Getting it into the body.
but
It makes it more real, like you actually touch the person and connect at a more intimate level, like it informs us over the reality of the request rather than an idea of the request.
and the person, just by that touch, that person, the coach can say, thank you for making the request.
And there's a real sense of boundaries as well there that you're exploring as you walk towards and you make the request, as the person who's making the request.
What's unique about this, not in the span of human history, but in terms of what we're doing, is that what we're putting together are these fundamental or ontological positions and learning through the body, having them learn through the body. So people have done that in the past, for sure, right? You have to hunt the antelope, you're not gonna read a textbook, right? You're not gonna go to seasons or this time and this time. You get a spirit and you practice. And you practice in all kinds of terrain, running, standing still, leaping up, and doing that, and then you have that. We live in a different kind of world now. But basically, it is that notion of we're learning these things through the body. So if we have a narrative that is purposeful, and it's centered, and it has intent towards a interconnectedness and an interdependence of things, that what we say is then it allows you to inhabit that particular skill set or mood or emotion, so that when the time comes, it will come out of you.
Richard, would you speak to and demonstrate what we might see, what we might be looking for, what we might be noticing in a client as they do the practice in order to raise awareness, as opposed to being effective?
So this person that has revealed to you that I don't make requests because I can do it best. I don't do requests because I might get declined. I don't do requests because it'll show that I don't know what I'm doing. What else? Why else don't you make requests?
Because you don't know what you want.
What?
Because you don't know what you want.
You don't know what you want, you don't know what you need. What else?
You don't trust the other person will follow through.
Yep, you don't trust. Beautiful.
You're scared of getting what you want.
What? You're afraid of getting what you want. You might be obligated. What happens after that? Exactly. Who's the request machine? Who's the best requesters?
Kids.
Little request machines, right?
Yeah.
No. You stand outside of the checkout line. You stand outside of the checkout line. And meet me on the other side. Okay, request. Yeah. During the session, then, you're sitting out in conversation, and you can say to the person, do you have any request on you? And see what happens in that moment. So, yeah, that's right, we're back to request, we are practicing. Would you notice?
Richard, this is a minor gloss on that, but why that was powerful to me, other than the request, was in fact the arm movement, because as a calligrapher, I'm using writing. And so actually to vocalize the request, and then to move my arm and hand and make a connection, was doubly, it resonated.
Mm.